Today we're going to crochet an eyeball covered in red blood. Started making its pupils with black yarn. Because the black yarns are not clear under the camera, we changed to gray yarn for easy identification. First, we're going to learn how to wrap yarn around our left hand. Hold the yarn and wrap it around your pinky first. Then around the index finger. And finally around the middle finger. Cross the yarn ends and press with your thumb. Get out of our crochet hook. We need to make a magical ring fist. With the hook facing down, pull through the loop. Press down on top of the yarn we've straightened. Pull out yarn. Then wind the yarn upward from the bottom of the straightened yarn. Thread through an existing loop of yarn on the crochet hook. This method of hooking the crochet hook from the bottom of the yarn upwards is yarn over. This is a starting stitch. It cannot be regarded as the first order of stitching. The first round is a total of 6 single crochet hooks. Keep crocheting through this hole. Yarn over and pull it out. Now there are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Continue yarning over, pulling from both loops. The first single crochet is done. It has a V shape. Usually, we put a marker on the first stitch of each turn. Pass the stick maker through the back of the V-shaped needle and fasten it. It's easier for us to remember which loop we made. Let us know where to start. Keep crocheting through this hole. Yarn over and pull it out. Continue yarning over, pulling from both loops. The second single crochet is done. Use the same method to complete the remaining 4 single crochets. The last single crochet is done. At the end of each round of crocheting, count the number of stitches to see if it is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first round ends with 6 stitches, which is correct. Now we need to tighten the ring. Find the short yarn. Pull the yarn end on the short side and pull hard until there is no gap in the center of the circle. Then we started crocheting the second round. Here we need to switch to blue yarn. The crochet is drawn from just the last stitch of the V edge and threaded through the yarn behind it. Take out the blue yarn. Hang the yarn in your left hand and pinch the end of the yarn together with the crochet piece. Yarn over, pulling from both loops. Find the first long piece of crochet yarn and pull it tight. Continue to crochet a second loop of blue yarn. Remove the stitch marker. The second round is 6 increased stitches. Increasing stitches means crocheting to single crochet stitches in each stitch. Merge the other yarn into the crocheted fabric to hide it. Yarn over and pull it out. Complete a single crochet stitch first. This is the first single crochet in the first group of increasing stitches. Remember to add a stitch marker to the first stitch of each round. Next, complete the second single crochet stitch in the first group of increasing stitches, still inserting the crochet needle in the stitch just now. Crochet another single crochet stitch. This way, the first group of increasing stitches is completed. It has 2 V-shaped stitches. Next, complete the second increased stitch in the next stitch. Still do 2 single crochet stitches in one stitch. The second increased stitch is also completed. Now you can cut the other pieces of yarn, pulling them tight before cutting them. Cut close to the stitches. Use the same method to complete the necks for increased stitches. The last stitch of the second round is completed. At the end of the second round, there are 12 stitches. Now start the third round. The crochet method of the third round is 1 single crochet and 1 increased stitch as a group, and repeat 6 times. First, crochet a single crochet in the first stitch. Then crochet an increasing stitch in the second stitch, that is, 2 single crochets. The first group is completed. Continue to complete the remaining groups. The last stitches of the third round is completed. Remember that we have 24 stitches in total. Take out the white yarn. It's time to switch to the white yarn. The crochet is drawn from just the last stitch of the V-edge and threaded through the yarn behind it. Hang the yarn in your left hand and pinch the end of the yarn together with the crochet piece. Yarn over and pull it out. Find the blue long piece of crochet yarn and pull it tight. Then comes the fourth round. The crochet method is 1 single crochet, 1 increased stitch, and 1 single crochet as a group, and repeat 6 times. Merge the yarn end of the short side into the crocheted fabric to hide it. Complete a single crochet stitch first. Next, complete the second increased stitch in the next stitch. Still do 2 single crochet stitches in 1 stitch. Then is a single crochet. The first group is completed. Now you can cut the other pieces of yarn, pulling them tight before cutting them. Continue to complete the remaining groups. The last stitches of the fourth round is completed. Remember that we have 24 stitches in total. The 5th through 9th rounds are 20 for single crochets. 1 stitch per stitch, no increase or decrease. The 9th round is completed. Now for the 10th round. The rule of this round is 1 single crochet stitches, 1 decreased stitches, 1 single crochet stitches as a group. Is a single crochet in the first stitch? The second one is a decreased stitch. Decreased stitches means turning two stitches into one stitch. For aesthetics, we use invisible decreased stitches on the surface of the crocheted fabric and only use the front loop only to crochet. The front loop only is the side close to our body, the outside part of the V we see. The crochet hook goes into the first front loop only. Hook in, continue into the second front loop only. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, passes through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pass through all the loops. A decreased stitch is done. Then is a single crochet. The first group is completed. Continue to complete the next 5 groups. The 10th round is completed, a total of 18 stitches. Now for the 11th round. The rule of this round is 1 single crochet stitches, 1 decreased stitch as a group. Repeat 6 times. The 11th round is completed. Leave 20 centimeters of yarn waiting to be stitched. Use the crochet hook to pull the yarn out. Now you can add filling cotton. Take out our stuffing cotton and stuff it in small amounts and multiple times. Adjust while stuffing it in to keep the stuffing balanced. Until its shape looks like a round bulge. Pinch it with your hands to keep a certain elasticity. Take out the sewing needle and put on the yarn. Now let's close the ball. Still using the front loop only. Pass the needle through each stitch in turn. Sewed a total of 12 stitches. Tension yarn. Don't cut the remaining yarn. We hide it in its body. Put a needle into the sphere. Pull the yarn out from the side of the body. Repeat several times to fix the yarn. Cut the excess yarn close to the body. Great! The eyeball is completed. Take out the red yarn and put on the suture needle. Now let's sew the bloodshot eyeball. Insert the needle from the back of the eyeball. Exit the needle from the edge of the blue pupil. Pull out about 50 centimeters of yarn. You can control the length of each line yourself, or refer to our pattern. After the pattern is done, pull the yarn out from our first needle point. Tie a knot at the back of the two yarns. Cut one off and tuck the other into the eyeball. Cut off the excess yarn. A bloodshot eyeball is completed. This is its final appearance.